Cogs, what makes a great coach, especially a junior coach?
Yeah, I guess, was fortunate enough to have a lot of junior coaches. I think my dad was one of them. So you obviously have your dad or someone is close to you that you really look up to. But I think your footy coach is a very important figure in your life, especially myself and you, loving the sport so much, listening to every word they say, having a lot of respect for them and the way they go about it, and the time that they put in. A lot of the time they obviously have a job and then they come after training and volunteer to do that. And it's not until you're a little bit older you realise, how important that is and how grateful you are for all the hours that they put in. So other than your family and having father figures, they're definitely a role model for young kids to say, okay, I want to be a footy player one day, and this guy's going to help me get there, or this girl's going to help me get there.
Someone who is very knowledgeable and is also very approachable. But I think having learnt sort of firsthand from my dad when he coached me since I was a young kid, he was pretty hard but fair. So I'd probably say, yeah, knowledgeable, approachable, and yeah, hard but fair.
He probably wouldn't even know this, but Peter O'Connell was one of my junior footy coaches at the Swanbourne Tigers, and it's one of those ones you reflect upon, and now just the impact that he had on me. Just believed in me. As a kid, he could be a bit nervous going into games, and just things that he taught me obviously during the week, but then how to execute on game day, and just believed in me as well. And I was able to sort of carry on and progress my footy from there. So they won't know it at the time, but they can make a lifelong impact on you.
I just think, looking back at all my junior coaches that I loved and that I thought really helped me, they put sort of the individual's development and just wanted sort of them to improve, and I think that just helped everyone along.
One of mine, Nick Facilli, his name was, he was a cop and still is a cop as well. So that kind of that discipline that we're accustomed to now in the AFL was embedded to me in my earlier years, and you wouldn't want to be late or slip out of line. But I think it's important to learn those things early and to have that relationship with someone like that.
Dad coached me since I was my first ever game in under-9s, and then all the way through to under-16s, and then when I started making the sort of representative sides, that's when all the representative coaches sort of took over. So yeah, like I said, I don't really know any different. I'd probably say my dad, he's taught me so much, and that's part of the reason why I play footy is, just from watching him when I was a little kid and sort of want to be like him.
Any advice you got over the journey that sticks with you?
It's like a really simple one, but it was around look at the person's eyes when they're talking to you and trying to teach you something. And the message is obviously that, but just to take in what they're saying. You might take in one thing that they're saying that you can impact in your game or in life, and then the following time you're looking at someone, you're paying attention to the coach. So rather than looking at the grass or the sun or the team training over there, if you're really looking at the person and taking in what they're saying, and you can stack those over a period of time, you'll look back and the amount that you've learnt is profound and can really take you on a different trajectory.
Probably just off the top of my head, I think a lot of kids back when they were in their junior days were a bit scared of going in, and they thought if they went in for the ball sometimes they might get hurt, and I always got told if you go in hard you're not going to get hurt, and even though it sounds like the opposite of what you should do, it actually works, so that was probably the best.
Best advice probably would be try to never lose, I guess, the sight of having fun and loving the game. Once you, I think, put a bit too much pressure on yourself and you start to stress, I think, you can easily fall out of love with the game pretty quick. So, I suppose just keep playing the game for the right reasons, and that's why we played. It's just have fun, and it's just what we love doing. So,
the harder you work, the luckier you get. I think it's footy's a funny game with how it works sometimes, but 9 times out of 10, some people might say, that was lucky or whatever, but I think over the course of the journey, the harder you work, I think you might get lucky 1 or 2 times, like every time I kick a goal.